um, it's really good to make the most of the space you have and the time you have, and knowing that we have time. I think especially as Londoners, that is not a feeling that you're used to. You're not used to feeling like, oh, I have time, or I can rest. I'm allowed to rest right now because I have time. It's such an uncomfortable feeling, and I don't know if maybe you can relate to that, or but yeah, it's been something that I've consciously said to myself, no, I'm going to take my time and focus on certain goals and certain aspects of my life, because now I have the time to do it. I like explicitly have the time to do it because literally the whole world is at a standstill. So yeah, it's been a nice feeling to do that.
That's completely right.
Yeah. And yeah, any other like self-care tips or anything that you might say like are the 3 major things that you've learned during this time, and you would say suggest it to someone, or fully put you on the spot. I did not prepare you.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just have a catch up. And now I'm like, tell us everything you've learned.
I'll find something. Let me think. These are not things that I've learned. Like and I've never taken these things for granted anyway. But time is so precious. Like, and again, I've always known that, and especially when you work on a project like, the Crowd Talk, for example, you know that you need to spend a couple of hours on this every weekend. You need to use this time to meet other people. You need to use this time to meet new women. I always knew that time needs to be, spent very wisely. But it's also about reflecting on who you give your time to. Again, this is something I've always known, but I think now I have time to reflect on it and think, okay, actually, the time I gave to this person or that person was literally such a waste of time, and I could have done so much more without giving my attention and my time and my energy to this or this or this type of person. So I think it's just a way to kind of remind ourselves that we need to be very careful with how we manage time, who we spend that with, and who we, but also question who we don't give enough time to, if that makes sense. Like with my flatmate, we have a great relationship. We've been living together for like 5 years, and we're super friends and stuff. But it's true that recently we took some time to have like dinner together, like proper dinner. And I was like, actually, we haven't done that for ages. And this kind of lockdown made us kind of have this thought about, oh, maybe we should do that, like have proper dinner, sit at the table instead of the sofa in front of the TV, like have proper wine, discussing for hours without radio, music, or TV disrupting us, like, these kind of things. So it's not, these are not things that I've learned, but I think these are things that you kind of accept a bit more, simply because we now have the time to do so, if that makes sense.